TV and film critic Elliot Collins joins us this morning with his reviews on what's new in theaters. Happy Friday, my friend. How are you?
Happy Friday. Doing good.
So we're going to start with what's in theaters right now, and then we'll talk about kind of looking down the road to July just a little bit later in July. I think you and I were like sitting right next to each other for the screening of Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
What did you think of this?
So not only is this like a love letter to Spider-Man fans, comic book fans, but people that like good storytelling,
Yep.
It has it all. As you saw when we saw it that night, it was just everyone was in awe in the film. The animation's amazing, the storytelling's incredible, and it's just so immersive. It just makes you feel like you want to be a Spider-Man and save the world
Right.
out there in the multiverse, which is something that's been a little bit kind of drawn out with some of the big blockbusters recently, but this does it right. This does the multiverse perfectly because it fits so well into the story. So it's one of the best experiences I've had in a very long time.
Hear that? You're talking to a film critic who just said it was one of the best experiences he's had in a theater in a long
100%.
time. And I felt the same way.
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm not the only nerdy guy that thought, this is like a really different outside-of-the-box movie in the best possible way.
Yeah. And it leaves you on a cliffhanger, too.
Yes, it does. All these
excited.
multi-part movies are driving me crazy. Speaking of which, part 5, and it sounds like the conclusion of the Indiana Jones franchise. Man, this is one of my faves, this whole franchise is. So give me some good news here.
This is his swan song. This is Harrison Ford saying goodbye to this iconic character that's been around for so long. And for me, James Mangold, the director of this film, there's no Steven Spielberg attached to it. He did a good job of sending off this iconic character.
Okay.
This is probably the most like character-driven Indiana Jones film because the film doesn't neglect the fact that Harrison Ford's a little bit older, as well as the character's a little bit older, so it plays to the story that he's not able to do the same things he used to do back in the day. But he has a helper with Phoebe Waller-Bridge this time around, and it's just great chemistry. We don't get enough adventure films. We get the blockbuster action films, but an adventure, figuring things out, and just figuring out who this character is as well. So I thought this was just great as we see Sala and Indy talking there. So it is a film that if you are a fan of this character, I think you're going to appreciate what they did with this character.
And what they've done with some of the age regression stuff is just incredible. All right, I'm looking forward to that. Past Lives, I don't know much about this.
Yeah, I had to bring it up because it's an independent film, right? This is a great story about, like, what if? What if I didn't go off to this school or go off to this college and you find your love at a young point in your life and you guys split apart, but then you come back together just to split apart again. So it is just, sometimes you need a good drama that reminds you of just the beauties of life. And this is such a beautiful film that touches on romance, but also just growing up as an individual, your pastimes, and again, the whole idea of like, what if you would have did this, that, and the other, and it comes together in such a beautiful way. It is a heartbreaking love story.
I like the premise.
Yeah.
I don't like heartbreaking, but I like the premise.
You need a good cry sometime,
no,
right?
it's true. Once in a while, cinema's good for that. And then looking forward to July, Laura and her family are kind of stoked about this new Mission Impossible movie coming on.
Tom Cruise and Christopher McQuarrie have yet again reminded us of why we need to go to the theaters. He did it last year with Top Gun Maverick, and he's doing it again with Mission Impossible 7. This film literally is so exciting. The action, of course, we know Tom Cruise is doing the craziest things, jumping off of mountains, but he's doing a lot more than that in this film. The cast is great. The mission is pretty topical to things that we have going on in reality with technology and the reliance of that. So this is Tom Cruise with this cast and crew delivering a true summer blockbuster that is definitely worth seeing on the biggest possible screen out there.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go, see it in IMAX. I don't think there was a clunker in there, Elliot. Thank you. Well done.
Oh, so great.
We've posted a link to Elliot's YouTube page, by the way, on the screen right now, so you can listen to his movie reviews. We're also going to post this segment on our website, kmov.com/greatday, right after the show.